I'm going to show you guys how to craft it's pretty cheap lightning res, mana, abyss socket with intelligence, warlock gloves for 6 to 10 div. So what you'll do is you'll buy 2 bases with fractured lightning resistance on them, warlock gloves. So we'll pick 2 of those up. Buy an abyssal fossil, put it in a resonator, and click it on one of the pair of gloves. If the other suffix fills, you'll have to annul. On the second pair, we're going to go and buy low strength essences. So either shrieking or screaming, whichever one's in stock. Oh, and also keep a running total of this craft. So 10, 10, abyssal socket was 170, and then so that's 190. We'll start there. So I'll just keep a running total as I'm clicking, and we'll click the shrieking or screaming essence onto the other pair of gloves. And we're looking for tier 1 int on the suffix. The reason why we're using low essences is because, as you can see, the strength mod says of the Titan, or it'll say of the Goliath, whichever one you're using for shrieking or screaming essences. And that's very important when you go and do the recom. Naturally rolled strength mods, like of the Goliath or of the Titan, or cannot survive recoms on a pure energy shield base, pure energy shield gloves. So it will always remove it no matter what, but it still adds to the pool for the total number of mods. So we're just looking for tier 1 int. All right, there's tier 1 int. We used about 180 essences, and I'm buying them at 1 chaos each right now. And if you instant buy, yeah, you'll get wrecked. Don't just look at the ratio. You'll see there's a drastic difference right now between them. I'll add 180 to the total. It's 370. These bases are now ready to recom. So we'll go through it again. These bases are identical. They had fractured lightning res on them. We don't care about the prefixes. We only care about the suffixes here. So lightning resistance on both, of the Goliath or of the Titan strength mod, and then tier 1 intelligence and abyssal socket. The strength mod will always be removed. The lightning resistance, there's 2 mods, but they each count towards the pool. So there's 5 mods total in the suffixes. That's a 57% chance of success here. So let's see if we hit. We did not hit. We need to go again. But we kept the lightning resistance base, so all we need is 1 more and then spam int on it. Okay, here's tier 1 intelligence. That took 61, so 61 chaos more. Maths 431. Try the next recom. Let's go over it again. Lightning res abyss socket, lightning res of the Goliath or of the Titan strength, and tier 1 intelligence. 57% chance of success. Let's go. We hit. Sounds good. So suffixes are completely done and they're safe. You cannot, unless you mess up, you cannot remove the suffixes now, because we are going to Eldritch Craft. So you'll need, give yourself a handful of Eldritch Chaos Orbs, maybe like 10 to 12, a couple div of Exalted Orbs. We only want to modify the prefixes. So we're going to use, so on the Eldritch currency, if Searing Exarch is dominant, reroll prefix modifiers. So we're just going to smack it with the lesser Eldritch Ember. And now we can use all of this Eldritch currency, and it will never modify the suffixes. So what you do is you put some of these in your inventory. You come over to your crafting bench, and you'll use maximum life as a blocker. So we have 1 prefix on there right now. And what you'll do is you'll craft the lowest max life. You'll hit it with an Exalt. I got tier 9 mana. We technically want mana, but that's really low. So I'm gonna wipe it, the prefixes, with a Chaos Orb. The Chaos Orb kind of wipes it. It wipes it or re-rolls, because it counts the existing modifiers on there for its like for its modifiers that it's going to roll. So sometimes you'll get none. Sometimes you'll get 1 extra, 2 extra, 3 extra. And so we don't want either of those. So I'm going to Chaos again. That's tier 1 energy shield, but not great other ones. I could try to double a null, but honestly, I don't really care if it's tier 1 energy shield, because we're going to have mana in one of the modifiers anyways. So like the energy shield already isn't going to be fantastic. So I'm going to hit it again. That's tier 2 energy shield. So I'm going to now craft life, hit it with an exalt. Tier 2 rarity. I don't really want rarity. I'd rather have energy shield, but here. So let's put quality on it. If there was like a tier 2 like flat energy shield on here, it'd probably get to like 220. So it's really up to you what prefixes you want, but you can craft up to 54 max mana, and that's tier 3 max mana, I believe. So sometimes I do just settle for that. It's like these aren't perfect gloves. They're really close. It still gives you about 80 max life or 80 max mana, but even without the rarity on this, and we're at 170 energy shield. These things are still something you would pick up if you were just buying for 30 div. And yeah, we didn't even craft like Rage on attack speed yet, or Rage on attack hit yet. So if you're looking for some gloves like these, this is a really good way to do it. So let's see. That was 3 exalts and 2 exalts and 3 chaos orbs. So chaos is about 5-1, or about 32 chaos each. So it was about 96 chaos for that. We'll just round it up to 100, just for easy maths. Exalts, we use 2, and they're 11 each. That was 22. So that's 53. For the implicit, you'll want to spam the red side for rage on hit. So we hit the rage on hit, and now I either look for damage per intelligence or lightning exposure, like that. So these are done. You just made yourself a cheap pair and saved yourself 10 to 15 div. So GG. Thanks for watching. Bye.